Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And today I'm hunkering down because somewhere around 9 p.m. last night, the winds came up, and they were 30 plus miles per hour all night long, sustained, non-stop, not up and down, just constant. 30 miles per hour plus. So today I saw them get up to 39 miles per hour, and if they'd have gone 1 or 2 miles per hour faster, that would have set off the alarm on my weather station. I have it set for 40. That gives me a warning that I may get damage to my greenhouse out there, or Garden of Eden. But yeah, everything is good. It's all in place. It's still holding. And, well, I already fed the dogs and fed the chickens and watered the chickens and did all that stuff while I could get out there sometime during the day, because temperature is now down to 40-something degree, 41, I think. And with the wind chill, it's making it feel like it's freezing out there. And it's supposed to get colder. Colder tonight and tomorrow, with some type of a cold front coming down out of the Alaska Strait. So, not much fun. So anyway, did get a good nap in today, and I figured I'd catch up with you guys on a video here showing you my seeds, my starters here. So here's my broccoli, and you can see I got 3 popped up there. One there and one there, and it looks like one popping up right there, getting ready to come up. So those are fine. Nothing in this batch has popped up yet. The kale, and I want to tell you that these really tall ones here, that's not really a good thing for the plant. These are better down here. Same thing with that little guy down there. That's better for the plant. When they get long like this, what's going on is they're not getting enough sunlight. So they're reaching for the light, and they're getting tall and slim, and a lot of times those will just die on you. So at least I got some extras. And when I was replanting that one that never came up, that was that guy, I guess I spilled a couple extra seeds in there, because I got 3 coming up there, and I got 1 coming up over there. So that's okay. But it's always good to plant a few extras in case you have something like that happen and they die. Then you've got still got some plants to plant. All right, coming over to the cabbage. I got 1 coming up there. I got 1 coming up there, and I got 1 coming up there. These went in on 2/8, and I'm not sure what today is. I think it's like the 14th or 15th or something like that. But yeah, I think it's the 14th. Valentine's Day. Hey, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. So anyway, the those are popping up there, and they actually came up 2 days ago. So that was 8 till 12. That's 4 days they had those seeds in there, and they popped up. And over here in the spinach, you can see I got 1 coming up right there. And that's about all I see for right now. And then over here in the tomato, the Roma tomato, got 1 there and 1 there coming up. Okay. So that's a good sign. Now you could say to yourself, well, how in the heck did your seeds pop up so quickly? How did you get them to sprout so quickly? Well, here's a little secret. Especially when you're using commercial potting soil that you buy in the big box stores, okay? The reason that this is important is because any of you who have ever done something like this and started seeds inside, you'll notice that after a while you'll see a thing they call soil gnats. These little tiny gnats will be flying around your plants there, and they will eat on your plants. So you don't want those things. So how do you do that? How do you control that and promote seed germination? There's actually 3 cabbage coming up there. That's a good start. So how do you do that? Well, here's the secret. Let me get the bottle in the right position. Right there. Okay. Hydrogen peroxide, 3%. I think it says that on here somewhere. Yeah, right there on the top. Active ingredient, hydrogen peroxide, stabilized, 3%. Okay. Not straight. You want to mix that with water in a 4-to-1 ratio. So that's 4-to-1, that's 4 plus 1 actually is 5 parts. So you want 80% water and 20% hydrogen peroxide, which is H2O2. There's an extra oxygen molecule in hydrogen peroxide. It's water with an extra oxygen molecule. Okay, so it's easy. I put it 80-20, but it's easy to remember if you do 4 parts of water and add 1 part of hydrogen peroxide. Now there's no measurements on this bottle, so I'd have to measure the bottle, divide by 5, and that gives me a mark or so, say around here about 1.5 inches up, would be 1 part, 2 part, 3 part, 4 part, 5 part, etc. So that's one way of doing it. Or you can make a larger amount and save it in a larger container. Take a measuring cup, put 4 cups of water into your larger container, and then put 1 cup of hydrogen peroxide into that, put the cap on, shake it up, and then use that in your spray bottle as you need it. Spray your soil down really well. Get it moistened even before you put it in the pots. Spread it out in a tray like that plastic tray right there. Spread it out in that tray and saturate it with that spray. And then when you put it into your pots and you plant your seeds, spray it again over the top of where you planted your seeds, and that'll help them sprout faster. The thing is that the extra oxygen helps oxygenate the soil, so it's going to make things progress more quickly, but also it will kill the larvae that's in the soil already from the soil gnats. So you don't have all those little bugs flying around, especially like I'm doing this in my living room, so you don't want all these little bugs and gnats flying around inside your house. So that's a little garden hint for everybody. I hope it helps you, some of you, get some things going, get some things started. And some of these things are going to take a little longer to sprout up because, well, that's just the nature of things. That's the way things are. Now, last year I planted some of these Ace 55s, heirloom tomatoes, and none of them ever came up. So I just decided I was going to try it again this year, and if they don't come up this year, then I know that pack is no good. So I'll just add those seeds to the bird feeder out there and let the birds eat it. All right, so that's about all I have, everybody. Oh, look at my peach tree here. My grafted peach tree is starting to sprout and show signs of life. That means the sap is flowing. But my plum tree isn't showing anything yet, although it is still nice and pliable. So I may give it a little while longer, and then I'll try cross grafting these two and get that going so the sap is flowing. It may energize the scion from the plum and get that going too. And then, yeah, I took leftover celery and stuck it in there, and it looks like the centers are starting to grow up out of it, so I'm going to have something come out of there. And then it looks like I spilled a seed down in there. I got a little plant coming up. So not sure what that is, but I'll find out when it gets a little bit bigger. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me. This is G Bear reminding you it's free to subscribe this whole year. For the whole year, I'm letting you subscribe 100% free. Just click the subscribe button, click the little bell icon that pops up, and it's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Nobody's going to bother you. Just going to know whenever I post a new video. That's it. Don't forget your thumbs ups too. This is G Bear signing off.